Our first concept is Sports Shed. As you can see in the sketch here, our concept is based on a shed where you can get sporting equipment. There is an attendant in the shed, and there is also some way to track what people have borrowed through some sort of membership card scan. So the problem we were addressing is how might we get people to exercise more regularly with others. Research has told us that 33.8% of Australians are considered sedentary. Almost 2 in 3 adults are overweight. There's a direct link between lack of exercise and obesity. And group exercise can help people because then they feel more accountable and do more exercise. The user groups we're looking at for this concept are all demographics, but it's focused on people in local community groups. Context is people who need recreational equipment. So maybe they've come to a park and they've forgotten, maybe they wanted to have a frisbee or something, or they just don't have the equipment and they just want to borrow it. So this way they don't need to have it all the time. Resource requirements to get this concept up and running are a shed to house all the equipment, sporting equipment, a membership system to keep track of what's been borrowed and to keep people accountable to make sure they keep all the equipment in good condition, and also a volunteer to man the shed. The shed provides a platform for locals to access sports equipment at a park because obesity rates are increasing and exercise levels are decreasing. Okay, let's go over a scenario of use. So we imagine that we have 3 friends at a park. They go to the shed and they ask the attendant for some sports equipment, maybe a frisbee. They scan their membership card to show that they've borrowed it out, similar to a library card. Then they play with it. When they're done playing with it, they take it back to the shed. They scan that card again. The attendant checks that it's all in good condition, and they go on their way, free of charge. So that's all for the Sports Shed concept.
Our second concept is sharing garden. The drawing just shows a small common field next to the CBD, and it's the place where everyone can grow their food or plants. The problem statement is many people live in their apartments and don't have their place to grow things. And our research shows 69% of Australians live in major cities, and 25% of Australians live in high-rise units, which means they won't have their own yard for gardening. By asking people who live in the city, we found that most people are curious and would love to experience gardening. We are focusing on people from all ages, but more specifically retirees and children. A small area in the park or someone's backyard in the city area are locations where the sharing experience happens. People can bring their seeds and tools to plant within the small field. We also need maintenance tools to keep the system running. This sharing garden experience provides an activity to let people experience the fun of gardening, and it also enhances social interaction. People can communicate with others while learning gardening skills and connecting with the nature. The storyboard below shows 2 people are planting seeds, and as time passes by, seeds grow into fruits, and people can experience the joy of harvest.